Why Africa was splitting into two-part in this video. We will understand in this AI video. The Ethiopia is a volcano which was explosion on November 23rd. There was a terrible volcanic explosion for the first time in the recorded history of about 12,000 years, the Haile Goubi volcano erupted. This eruption was so sudden and powerful that people from kilometers away reported that it sounded like a bomb blast. This created a 50,000-foot-high ash cloud. This ash cloud was so massive that it could be easily seen from space. Look at the map. The ash cloud first flew into Oman and Yemen, and eventually reached Pakistan and India. This ash cloud is slowly making its way towards China and Myanmar. This volcanic eruption was so powerful that its explosion could be heard from cities even 190 kilometers away, and the neighboring country Djibouti felt the shockwaves of the earthquake. About 28 kilometers away, in the Afdera region of Ethiopia, several villages were completely covered in ash. But the good news here is that no human lives were lost in the incident, because no one lived near the volcano. It was a remote place. In fact, this area is considered to be the world's hottest place on Earth. The place is known as the Danakil Depression. This area lies below the sea level. The temperature here often crosses 50 degrees Celsius to 55 degrees Celsius. And it's interesting for tourists because it offers colorful and unique views. You get to see some beautiful yellowish, greenish, bluish colors here due to the chemical reactions taking place here. You might be wondering what had happened to cause this volcano to erupt thousands of years later. Friends, there has been a fascinating development. The African continent, it breaking apart into two. The tectonic plates under the volcano are shifting, and the African continent is gradually breaking apart. Millions of years ago, when there was a single massive continent called Pangaea, the supercontinent Pangaea gradually broke into several parts. The African tectonic plate and the Arabian tectonic plate were joined, but they gradually moved apart, and the rift created between them became the Red Sea and the Gulf of Eden. Right now, what's happening is, since tectonic plates are always moving, the African plate is also splitting into two once again, the Nubian plate and the Somali plate. In the Ethiopia region, where the Haile Goubi volcano is located, three tectonic plates come together: the Nubian, Somali, and Arabian tectonic plates. These three plates are gradually moving away from each other, causing rifts on the ground, known as the Afar Rift. And this rift is a part of the much larger East African Rift. On the African continent, moving southwards from here, geologists have noticed a line, a 6,000-kilometer-long line, from the Red Sea, passing through Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, Malawi, and Mozambique. This is the rift that will eventually divide the African continent into two. It will be very long before this happens. Scientists believe that it will take between 5 and 10 million years for the continent to break apart. Several volcanoes and mountains lie on the East African Rift system, like Mount Kilimanjaro, Mount Kenya, Erta Ale, Ethiopia's famous lava lake. Many of the lakes found here were formed because the continents are moving away from each other, like Lake Malawi, Lake Tanganyika, Lake Albert, and Lake Kivu. If you look at it from this perspective, you'll understand that none of what's happening is unexpected. As these continental plates move away from each other, there will be an increasing number of earthquakes here. There will be volcanic eruptions. We will meet in next video. Up that time, subscribe my channel.